It's chilly, but it's not, you know, that cold. It's not. That's not the problem. The problem is the snow, and it's going to be heavy, wet snow. So be very, very careful later on. Not so much now. I mean, but later tonight, tomorrow. If you're out shoveling, be very careful. Don't hurt your back. Watch your heart. You know, if you're older, I mean, serious, because this is that heavy, wet stuff that always causes problems. And I know who you can call if you need to get help. Let's take a look at our little poetry this morning, what we like to call the weather could be verse. And I see the smile on your face already. Here we go. Tonight we get to sit by the fire, watch the game, and sip a few highballs. Tomorrow I'll call Shimer shovelers for snow that's up to your eyeballs. There you go. Meredith says that she will come over and shovel your walk for you. She hasn't told us the going rate yet. It's probably,
I'm working on it.
It's probably pretty high. Anyway, do be careful shoveling this stuff, because this is that heavy, wet, sloppy stuff, and yeah, it weighs a lot, and it takes a lot of physical exertion, so be careful out there. Take a look from our WND studios. You'd never know anything. It's a beautiful day. Look at that. You know, it's just gorgeous out there. The campus looking beautiful. It's 27 degrees. But as we take leave of South Bend and go just a little bit west, that is Michigan City. Wow. Okay, big contrast. You can see this snowstorm coming in. That's the view from the Blue Chip Casino right now. Yes, that's Lake Michigan. Yes, that's the lighthouse. Okay, 28 degrees right now. Those south-southeast winds starting to pick up a little bit along that frontal boundary, as Alyssa mentioned earlier. And up in St. Joe, not a whole lot better. You can see a little bit of the shoreline and the pier up in St. Joe Benton Harbor. It's 25 degrees right now. This is the visibility. And you know, you've got two things here. If you're going out driving, first of all, if you're going to go east, if you're going home after the holiday and you're headed to Detroit or Toledo or Columbus, go now. Do not wait, okay? Now is the time to go. However, if you're going west, you look what you've got to run into. Not only are you going to hit the snow and the slippery road conditions, which are getting worse and worse by the minute if you're headed towards Chicago, you're also going to get into real bad visibility problems. Half a mile visibility in Valpo, half a mile or maybe just a little bit better in Chicago itself. And all of this is moving up from the southwest to the northeast. And so all of this will be pretty close to zero visibility later on this afternoon, this evening, as that snowstorm is in full swing. This is live radar. We're going to zoom in here first on Michiana. And you can kind of see just light snowflakes around the area right now. But as we've noted, the heavier stuff coming in from the west. And so you've already begun to see that deterioration over in places like Michigan City and St. Joe. But as we go down to the southwest, this is where the heavy stuff is right now, just northeast of St. Louis. Here's St. Louis right here. Look at the dividing line. You've got heavy rain and maybe even some thunderstorms over to the southwest of that. Northeast of St. Louis, they're getting really heavy, wet snow. And that is what's coming our way. So we will be watching that, of course, over the next several hours. All of Michiana remains in a winter storm warning, okay, all the pink area here. And it's not just Michiana, it's the entire Great Lakes area extending west to Chicago and all the way east through Detroit. So, you know, this is going to be kind of a dicey situation, especially as we get into the late afternoon and evening hours. So first round of this is today we get system snow. System means it's with a storm system that's coming through. So everybody's going to be affected by this, not lake effect. So it's heavy, wet snowfall. 6 inches or more expected all across Michiana. Some places may get up to a foot, maybe even a little bit more than that. So that's today. Tomorrow we get more system snow in the early going, and then it moves out and you get lake effect in behind it. So we're going to add insult to injury tomorrow with a little bit more snow on top of the system snow. This is the worst area. So right now we're seeing that light snowfall from now until later this afternoon. But by late this afternoon, all the way through the nighttime hours to tomorrow morning, very heavy snow, maybe as much as an inch an hour. And again, it's that heavy, wet, sloppy stuff. We get a little bit of a break tomorrow morning, but then the lake effect kicks in. So there'll be some treacherous conditions as well during the daytime hours tomorrow. As for Notre Dame, well, the Irish are lucky. They don't have to brave this snowstorm. They're out in Palo Alto, California. They're taking on the Stanford Cardinal. 48 degrees at kickoff, which is at 10:30 tonight, our time. I'm sure you know that. And there's a little game going up in Ann Arbor, I've been told, too. Somebody named Michigan and Ohio State. Yeah, just a little game they play up there once a year. And you can see these temperatures near freezing. And it does look like there will be some snow falling during the game, but not as heavy there as it is here. So as we take a look at our future track surface fronts, you can see this big storm cranking through the area today, bringing that snow on the front side of it, and then you get the lake effect on the back. Look at this stuff coming in here. And here we talk about the heaviest between this afternoon and tomorrow morning. Look at the southern areas, though. You see that little green? That's how close they are to the freezing line. So some of this could actually be a little bit of rain or freezing rain farther south. There's your 10-day forecast. Cold this week. It looks a lot like winter.
Yeah, freezing rain you mentioned, that's dangerous.
It is. In many, it's far worse than snow in some cases when it freezes on contact. But